I mean good fortune, right? Is there anything I can help?
We wanted to ask, how do we...
Oh, so...
Great! We came to the...
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly small.
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found all I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put after I'd escaped their clutches. I floated on the open ocean for... I don't know how many, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my...
What a horrible journey! And...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived, and even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to, but if you really are set on going...
The raft idea sounds a little...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have someone. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group.
You're right! Paimon's sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there. But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to...
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyu.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
If it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not...
You're not far off, but they go by a This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Wait a minute. What's the clash?
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned, so you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few and with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to get this.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken...
Is there really such thing as a master?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen.
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents, So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma. Not
Inazuma? You?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision.
You just want her to take part in your...
What's wrong with that? The more talent...
What are we gonna do? Looks like...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the...
I suppose it wasn't too much trouble. Let's light it up! Off we go! Adventure time! We go! Now that's what I call treasure! Adventure time!
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beta said that they had to be renowned fighters. Hello! Are you here to compete in...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for... Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the two...
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense! Have you been living under a rock? Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were two of them. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam. I told you. Unarmed. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I...
Uh-huh. But for us, even for our 5 treasure hoarders,
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a...
Here we go.
Hi there! Are you here for the crux?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat, but this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice.
Exactly. With a vision, we...
This master of yours must be pretty...
Famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan... He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created to the Lingshan clan. He teaches a special technique known...
Force dispersed?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the end. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for it.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to
But here we are, having trained under him directly. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally...
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of...
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems that...
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. No. It's not about what I want to do. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous... In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Leo? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the Rite of...
Oh, I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament. Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of...
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like... it's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osial, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also...
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the
I wonder if it's too late to...
Okay, that's plenty. Actually... Right. Your registration is... A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take...
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top...
But why would anyone want to go...
I see. So, I take it you did... Well, nobody expected you to sign up to it. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking about even though you you don't have a vision, most people so Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during... In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty. Alright, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
Come on, let's go sign up.
Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise summary.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and... So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary.
All right. Let me think how to You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join it. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. So, I'm putting you straight...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers!
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level, you would have made it...
To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential... We're finally here, folks. The real show...
Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinal. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you very well. Show me that you...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux class. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would
Relax! My girl's at the top!
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right! For a moment there, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid, but mine? I lost interest eventually. I've fought and won against vision bearers before.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them.
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
By the way, do you know who else?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. So don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically stronger. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him. I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never hear the end. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this.
Oh, alright then.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we...
You gave an outstanding I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground...
He's right. I guess not using your elemental power...
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighter. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never...
Does one not leave a trail when However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart. You are skilled in manipulating the elements.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at some...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your... If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tide. It is things of this nature that I...
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible compared... To think a human could wield the elements with... And not to mention your incredibly...
Hey, stop evaluating us!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined element... So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel...
It's nothing really. Paimon, it's been a long journey, and many things have happened along... Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods, and the vision... However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let...
Midnight Phantasmagoria! I'm going in! Oz, reveal thyself! Lights out! Yeah, judgment!
Power that ended Python! Let's light it up!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Off we go!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining he relies entirely on the element of surprise to In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the The world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already—
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the god and what influences the god's decision. My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a—
She sounds less like an archon.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside with— It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these—
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the time for your match is—
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about—
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can— Very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will—
Why is— Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention! We've reached the climax of the We've seen many exciting battles today, and now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen, she strikes fear into the heart of Osail, and the mere mention of her name causes even
Wow!
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling. But today's final round, as for our other combatant— Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies, everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he—
Wait a moment. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would—
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone—
No need to worry. Even the craftiest— The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the—
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Punishment!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
You can't run! To ashes! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
Shadow Raven, let night fall! I summon thee! Destiny has brought me hither.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Go in!
Hunter becomes the hunted.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could...
This has nothing to do with visions. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top, in other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria.
You!
But most disappointing of all is this. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire.
Fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to... Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow... Drat. I know an empty threat when I... Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty...
Huh?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief.
Whoa, we don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
Eyes on me!
I'll have my revenge, eventually.
No! Do what you want, but please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you. Such willingness is
No need for that. Thank you.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest strength. But unfortunately, nothing Yes. I want from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a master. After seeing you command multiple elements, come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you... I see. So, no matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the story behind...
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty.
Kazuha!
It's just... All right then. It's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble, but thank you.
thyself! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No rest for the wicked.
Judgment! Shiver! I'm going in!
To ashes!
By royal decree, everybody stand back!
Where have you been hiding?
Huh? Did Beta leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was it seems that the Crux Clash got out of hand this time and has attracted Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being
It's not on.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new chief.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea. In which case, the Crux Clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So, if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's Stone Forest by... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own.
Paimon believes you'll find a way.
Thank you. May both our journeys... One final word of warning. The part of your journey that...